Thanks for joining me. Today's story is about prosperity, and specifically it's about a young woman who's been a client for about 6 months. She is working with me to develop her leadership skills and her coaching practice. Personally, this is really important to me because I love working with leaders who are at the cutting edge of their personal development to take their passion to the next level. Now, we all know it's not that uncommon to feel really great in one part of our life, and sometimes other parts of our life are not actually in alignment. So this conversation took place because she was struggling in this area that had to do with her home life. It has to do with her roommates. They have to move out, and she noticed that it's causing a drain on her energy in other parts of her life. She doesn't know how to deal with both because she usually just avoids these things. And I asked her the question, and I said, well, this part of your life that you're not feeling super duper comfortable with, really thrilled with, would it be okay if you prospered from it? And she paused, she looked at me, and she wasn't exactly sure what that meant. And I said, well, tell me, what is your definition now of prosperity? And what she said is has to do with how she earns money or what she does to get clients. And I said, okay, great. I said, so how about if we were to include more in your definition of prosperity, to include perhaps the things that you don't like? What do you think of that? And you could see that she had to begin integrating an idea, a concept of not liking something, but accepting it and being willing to prosper from it the same way she'd prosper from a paycheck or when a client pays her or from accolades that she gets from her community. But what we did was we started to go through some constructs, some ideas around prosperity. And we came up with a definition that fits for her. Prosperity is a 360-degree viewpoint that when we look at situation from all angles, from all perspectives, we are able to extract the gems and the gold that are in there that will support us in other parts of our lives. She saw, once she took this 360 view of this situation, was that she cares very much. She cares about her home life. She cares about her roommates. What was really going on was she felt disconnected. From an additional vantage point, she could see that her caring was most present and that she thought she had to stop caring. And that's sometimes the belief that when we bump up against situations that we don't particularly like, or we don't particularly enjoy or believe that, or we're not even sure why they're happening to us, the first thing we'll do is we'll push them away because it's uncomfortable. But in the process, she was able to embrace her caring. She was able to pull out from that situation. Because she took an expansive viewpoint, she could now see her caring more clearly. And I followed up with her and I asked her, I said, so tell me, how have you included prosperity or the idea to prosper from that situation in your life? Like, what did you do with it? And she said, well, the first thing I did is I spoke to my roommate and I said, you know, I was really upset because I really care about you, and I was really sad. And she shared that same story with a client of hers who was in a similar situation. And at that very moment, she understood that by walking through her own situation and seeing the source of her caring and her love, she could help her client see their love and their caring. And that's the prosperity right there. That's the kind of prosperity that we're working with in Living Passion. Now that you have a different idea of prosperity that includes a 360 viewpoint, what can you now see in your life that you can prosper from and that you can share with other people? I'd really like to know.